Hello again, we're at King David's Ministry. It's just a quick lesson to show you that here we believe that King David is the Messiah. That's the Most High's Messiah. And anyone teaching anything contrary to that, then that's false teachings, teachings that the Creator never spoke and has to be taught. We also teach that this is the only ministry that you can seek salvation through. So, because we teach 100% truth here. So I just want to read this really quickly. So, Ezekiel chapter 34 and it's verse 1. And the word of Hiah came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy concerning the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy, saying to the shepherds, Thus says Hiah, Woe to the shepherds of Israel that feed themselves. Should not the flocks be fed by shepherds? You ate the milk, you clothed yourselves with the wool, and you killed that which was fat. But my flock you did not feed. So when we got took into captivity under Dumdai verses 1452, these false preachers were set up, and basically what's going on is they're lying to you, and they're not telling you the truth, so they're not feeding you with the true knowledge which would help you grow. But here at King David's Ministries, we offer you that, and we also never ask for donations either. The weak you have not strengthened, and that which was sick you have not healed. That which was broken you have not bound up, and that which was driven away you have not brought again. Neither have you sought that which was lost, but you ruled over them with rigour and with a high hand. And you can admit that us so-called Afro-Asiatics or so-called black man and black woman, we have been treated very harshly. You know, not all people are bad, but if you look at organisations as a whole, how they treat us, the pattern, you know, it's not very... There's not a very good track record how we've been treated. That's because, like I keep saying, we're prisoners of war under Dumdai verses 1452, one of many papables, which was used to take our lands, our lands and estates. And my sheep were scattered because there was no shepherd, and they became the prey of all the beasts of the field and were scattered. So we was all scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. My sheep have wandered in every mountain and every high hill, and my flocks were scattered upon the face of the earth, and there was none that sought them. There was none, I say, that sought them. Forgive me for the shaky camera. It's not the best technology I've got, but it will do. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of Hiah. As I live, says Hiah, for as so much as my flocks have been made a spoil, and my sheep are become a prey to all the beasts of the field, because there was no shepherd. So if you look at the beasts, liken a beast to a wicked preacher telling lies purposely, because there was no shepherd, for my shepherds did not seek after my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves. So yeah, taking donations, feeding themselves, making their pockets fat, you know what I'm saying, taking off the poor, giving a sob story. So you constantly feel like you have to be emotionally connected to these ministries, where with my ministry, you'd never have that. That issue is not going to ever be there, because there will never be any emotional connections to finances or donations, or never say some fake stories to try and make you open your purses and wallets, man. I would never do that, because I will never ask for donations. Thus says Hiah, behold, I myself come upon the shepherds. I will require my flock at their hand, and I will cause them to cease from feeding the flock any more. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more, and I will deliver my flock from their mouth, and it shall no more be meat for them. For thus says Hiah, behold, I myself will seek my shepherd, and will visit them, my sheep, and visit them, as the shepherd visits his flock. So the Most High is our shepherd, and King David's the little shepherd for the earthly kingdom. I've lost my spot. When he shall be in the midst of his sheep, and they were scattered, so will I visit my sheep, and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day, and I will bring them out from the peoples and from all the peoples, and will gather them out of all the countries, and bring them out of their countries. Bring them into their own land, and will feed them in the mountain of Israel by the rivers, and all the inhabitants of the land I will feed them in the most fruitful pastures, and their pastures shall be in the high mountains of Israel. There shall they rest on the green pastures, and be fed in fat pastures. upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my sheep, and I will cause them to lie down, says Higher. I will seek that which was lost, and that which was driven away I will bring again, and I will bind up that which was broken, and strengthen that which was weak, and which was fat and strong I will preserve, and I will feed them in the judgment. And as for you, O my flocks, thus says Higher, behold, I judge between cattle and cattle, of rams and of he-goats. Was I not enough for you to feed upon good pastures? But you must also tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures. And when you drank the clearest water, you troubled the rest with your feet, and my sheep were fed with that which you had trodden with your feet, and they drank what your feet had troubled. Higher's judgment of his sheep. Therefore, thus says Higher to you, behold, I myself will judge between the fat cattle and the lean, because you thrust your sides and shoulders, and struck all the weak cattle with your horns, till they were scattered abroad. I will save my flock, and it shall be no more a spoil, and I will judge between cattle and cattle. And I will set up one shepherd. So here we go. This is talking about King David, the Messiah, and we teach that the Messiah is the one who will reign, not JC or anyone that is teaching anything contrary to that. And I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. He shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. And I, Higher, will be their power, and my servant David, the prince, in the midst of them. I, Higher, have spoken it. So there you can clearly see that the Messiah is King David. And when we got took into captivity, because of the papal bulls, one of many papal bulls being Dum Diversas 1452, if you Google it, I'm not making it up, it's all real. You'll find that everything I'm teaching is real and true. And yeah, I'm just bringing it to your attention. But yeah, as you can clearly see, it's King David that's going to be the shepherd that the Most High sets up. And this individual has been reincarnated, and they're alive to this day. And we preach that salvation is only through King David's ministries, because everyone else seems to be teaching lies. If there's anyone out there which I'm not aware of, which are teaching this and which believe this, apologies to you, and keep on doing what you're doing. But to all of you who are teaching contrary to what the Most High actually wants you to know and to learn, to understand, then obviously I suppose you have to read the judgments to see what judgments will come upon you in many books, which I've mentioned in some of my old videos. Anyway, shalom everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, thank you.